Hi, I'm Samir Jain, and today we are going to move to the remote sequestered country of Bhutan. As Bhutan, a nascent democracy, moves into its third parliamentary election very soon, I was delighted to see four parties contend and very strongly endorse the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, with former Prime Minister Tsering Tobgay at the helm. Now, I am not a citizen, so I can't vote. Ultimately, it is of course for the citizens of Bhutan to decide what's good for them, but I thought I'd share my reasons as one who follows Bhutan pretty closely. The PDP is all about strengthening institutions that guard Bhutan's democracy. Things like the monarchy, the civil service, the judiciary, the election commission, an emerging private sector, a proactive civil society, and of course the ever-vigilant media. The PDP pledges, and I've read their manifesto, security and sovereignty, peace, unity, harmony, and it has a very clear neutral view on foreign policy. Bhutan, as some of us may know, is sandwiched between the giants of India and China. The PDP is fixated on improving the economy, bringing about human development for all, improving governance through sharpening constitutional bodies. It's all about empowering local government, making civil services in Bhutan still better. And over the past few years, it has been extremely supportive of a vibrant and free media. It also recognizes how important rural development is to Bhutan. And Bhutan, we know, is a very special country in that it has environment and sustainable development as front and center piece in all its decisions. It's also probably the only Mahayana Buddhist country on the planet today. So safeguarding culture and heritage, language, literature, the Buddhist faith, all of these are important to it. I'm going to give you specific reasons why folks should vote for PDP. Reason 1, the PDP has strengthened security and sovereignty. It has revived the economy. It has consolidated Bhutan's democracy and is now on the path to creating a stronger, more resilient and dynamic nation. People are at the center of its new manifesto, which says that no Bhutanese will be left behind. PDP's vision is to create an economically vibrant, environmentally rich, socio-culturally just and harmonious, and politically united country with secured sovereignty. Reason 2, the economy. That's important. So although Bhutan has a very, very small economy, it has the potential to grow huge from a very small base. And their focus is on hydropower and energy, also mining, agriculture, tourism, cottage, small and medium enterprises. So Bhutan is blessed with enormous resources in hydropower, and their vision is to achieve a minimum power generation target of around 50,000 megawatts by the end of 2022. That's ambitious. PDP also has plans to develop Bhutan as a knowledge center for hydropower development. PDP is also a huge believer in renewables. They're also going to strengthen the mining and minerals sector, and the idea is to spread the benefits from extractive industry to all sections of society, especially local communities that will be impacted by mining. The BDP is also doing a lot for agriculture, things like improved land management use, farm mechanization, commercial farming, and their goal is to achieve food self-sufficiency, not across all items, but across all major food item groups in the next 5 years. They have ambitious plans to construct 700 kilometers of new irrigation channels to irrigate an additional 50,000 plus acres of land. We all know that Bhutan is unique as a destination of high value, low impact tourism. So they're going to strengthen their policy as well as devolve smaller districts that will have their own nuanced identity, as it is in, say, the cantons of Switzerland. They will also improve infrastructure, airport, hotels. They have clear plans for facilitating access to SMEs through priority sector lending, microfinance, and other financial products, which I don't see the other three parties competing message. My second reason, their priority and closely related to economic development is private sector development. They are strengthening the Better Business Council. They are removing bottlenecks and red tape, as well as reviewing regulations to address double taxation. And the idea being to improve Bhutan's international ranking of ease of doing business and to get it in one of the top 50 countries globally. They also say that they're going to open new industrial parks, develop mini industrial estates in every district, and enhance the Brand Bhutan initiative, as well as incentivize the private sector to increase employment. And from what I've read, they will improve access to capital, they will lower interest rates, and do a bunch of other things that will improve their economy. My third reason, outside the economy and the private sector, is improving quality healthcare for all. This is a huge priority for them. And Bhutan is unique in that it has guaranteed free health services for all. So PDP is going to improve standards in healthcare, they'll improve facilities, they'll increase their health trust fund, they plan to establish new referral hospitals, and best of all, percolate healthcare provisions to the remote district level through mobile clinics. Another reason why I love the PDP is their focus on education. The PDP recognizes that education is critical for a small landlocked country to become great. So they're going to establish a central school in every region, as well as they're going to improve primary schools. And you know, a lot of kids need day meals in Bhutan, so that's high up on their agenda too. Not only that, they are going to set up special education schools for children that have learning disabilities, that may have special needs. And they also fixated to promote science, technology, engineering, mathematics, performing arts, sports academies. The other reason is civil service. Bhutan's civil service plays a major role in implementing development plans, and the PDP will initiate affordable housing programs. It will introduce retirement benefits and pension, PF Provident Fund schemes. They'll raise salaries. They plan to set up creche services in government offices to cater to the needs of government employees with children and toddlers. My next reason is youth. Bhutan, you know, is hugely skewed to the youth. In fact, I read somewhere that over 50% of the population there is below 26 years of age. Now, that's a huge demographic dividend that's waiting to be unlocked. The PDP has huge plans to equip them with skills, knowledge, values, things that will generate employment, to provide unemployment allowance, to reduce school dropout rates, as well as to open new avenues for loans, grants, and scholarships. The idea is to improve the standard of education in Bhutan. And of course, closely related to youth is the issue of meaningful employment that brings dignity to life. So they have plans afoot, and they've had some great success in vocational skills development, where kids can acquire market relevant skills and training. All of this, I think, is going to transform the Bhutanese workforce in the next 5-10 years. They have plans to develop a long-term national workforce program. They have already started mapping jobs so that you have a sense of where the skill gaps are and what the economy is going to absorb. They also have very well articulated schemes such as a direct employment program and an overseas employment program, as well as a reintegration program to absorb the diaspora Bhutanese returning home after they've worked abroad. My next reason is women and children. Bhutan is a very humane society, and women and children are the cornerstone of PDP's agenda. So empowering women, bringing about equal rights, promoting greater economic opportunities, providing access to quality healthcare, education, eliminating all forms of violence against women are once again front and center in their agenda. They have a clear plan to establish a mother and child hospital, as I said earlier, establish creche services in government ministries and departments to facilitate babysitting and of course caregiving services. All of this is going to help bring about an empowerment of women and children. They also plan to increase paternity leave as well as create special support programs for single mothers. My next reason is social security. PDP's agenda is to ensure that no one is left behind. Every Bhutanese must be able to lead a secure and dignified life. And that's why they are going to initiate social security and pension schemes for senior citizens. They're also going to introduce special social security schemes for people living with disabilities and make sure that people from economically disadvantaged backgrounds have access to cheap and affordable housing, and a bunch of other specific policy initiatives. The other thing that they're going to do is they're going to empower districts. So PDP is very clear that Bhutan can only develop as a great state as its citizens that are living in some of the most remote districts benefit from that growth. So to that end, it's going to ensure that every district has a minimum infrastructure, such as a helipad for emergency services, a communal warehouse, a fuel depot, a shop, waste management units, workshops, power tillers, as well as other things that are going to support the local agrarian economy. It's fascinating to see democracy strengthen under former PM Tsering Tobge's government and supported and led by the wise and able counsel of His Majesty the King. It is for these and many other reasons that I heartily support and endorse the PDP. Go PDP!